What's up, gentlemen? Dustin here, going to talk a little bit about some basic rules of exercise. There's some important stuff to understand. We're going to start with some very general principles just to get your mind going and thinking in the right direction. You got to understand this. If you don't use it, you will lose it. Now, this is a general principle with practice, or of practice in life, and it applies to the physique. We lose about a half pound to a pound of muscle. We lose about a half pound to a pound of muscle every year after our second decade of life, after we're fully matured, without exercise. Okay? That's not good. Muscle is highly desirable tissue. Okay? It's the engine of the body. The more muscle you have, the more health you have in general. If you lose muscle, you lose bone density. You lose ligament strength, tendon strength. The organs in your body also catalyze. If you stimulate the body to grow, the whole body grows. You can think of a nursing home. It's the extreme end of it. When people have aged and they haven't been healthy. I mean, some people have tragic circumstances, but some people age well. Some people don't age so well. You can see the people in the nursing home, they have no muscle, they have no strength, they have no bone density, and along with that is cognitive decline and all kinds of other health issues. So you want to avoid that state, and it's a gradual process, but even an activity of a couple years, of 5 years, 10 years, will result in an unhealthy body. So we got to take this into consideration. If you want to be our optimal, we want to feel our best, look our best, we need to strength train in particular. Okay, which leads me to the next. Remember that. We lose muscle every year of an activity, particularly of strength movements. Rule number 2, you can exercise hard or long, but you can't do both. You cannot do both, at least not for very long. A sprinter can sprint for 10 seconds, say. They can't sprint the same intensity for a minute or 10 minutes. Now, this is the differentiator. You look at a marathon runner, you look at a sprinter. A sprinter is muscular. A marathon runner has no muscle. Skin and bones, maybe they have a little bit of muscle, but not much. With exercise, you want to strength train. That has the most benefits of any types of exercise. Has more complete metabolic benefits. Cardio doesn't use really any muscle. That's why you can do it for long periods of time. See, the more muscle you recruit based on the intensity of the work, the less you're able to do because the bigger muscle groups requires more resources from the body. The body just doesn't want to sprint, or do push-ups for hours. It can't. It's depleting the body's resources. So you want to deplete the body's resources, but just briefly. That stimulates the growth mechanism, and that gets you into a metabolic positive environment. Okay, you're getting catabolic temporarily, keeping the body down, and then you're becoming anabolic. So, we emphasize training hard. Because when you train hard, you get strong, you build muscle that protects your whole body, that builds up all the organs, builds up all the bone density. All systems of the body benefit from the growth hormone that's released during high-intensity exercise. Now, if you love to do cardio, you like to do, that's fine, for fun. I would recommend limiting it and deprioritizing it over your strength training. I just trained, I did about 8 minutes of work with a bit of rest time, 4 movements, and my workout's finished. No gym required. I come from my home whenever I feel like it. We have a great tool that we can use anywhere in the world. You don't need a gym. You just gotta wake up and start training. So, consider this. You're losing muscle without exercise, and a very small amount of exercise will get you the big gains. You don't want to go down. If we don't exercise, we're going down. If we exercise properly, we're going to grow.